Hi. So let me share a story with you that illustrates what is somebody's mental language. This language is not English or German or Portuguese or Chinese or whatever language you speak. It's something else. So here is the story. A number of years ago, I gave a presentation skills training for the Brazilian Competition Authority. And two managers who took part in the training decided to work with me a little beyond it. 2-on-1, so the two of them with me. One of them was a man with a legal background, and the other was a lady with an economics background. So they told me this, that the guy had to present to an audience of public prosecutors, and he presented about a specific thing that they had done that can be useful for the prosecutors. And once he prepared everything, he ran the presentation by his female colleague. And she said, well, this is really great, I love it. There's just one little thing that I think you should change. And that is that you are not really showing the results, the great results that you have achieved, but you're not showing them visually. So if I were you, I would add a graph or a chart and a few things that visually show what you have achieved. So he did it. And luckily, he ran the presentation by his wife, who was the same profile of public prosecutor as the audience. And just 5 minutes into it, the wife said, please stop, I cannot follow. Now, how bad is that, right? If your audience tells you, I cannot follow. And when asked, she explained that it was the graphs and the charts that just got her lost. She couldn't follow. Why? Because graphs and charts are the mental language of somebody whose background is in science, in engineering, in economics, in finance, those kind of things. Because the charts and graphs and all these things are what they look at very often. They learn how to interpret, they learn how to create. So a quick look at them tells them a lot. However, lawyers don't really work that way. They work more with language. It's all, language described laws and things like that. It's not graphs and mathematical formula and similar. So it simply didn't speak to her. It wasn't her mental language. What is a mental language? A mental language are things that you will very easily understand because it is what you are used to. It can be rooted, and very often is rooted in your profession, but it can also be rooted in your age and other backgrounds. So for example, if you're talking to somebody who about very technical things, who doesn't have a technical background, you're going to get them lost. They won't be able to follow. So you need to speak their mental language. You need to translate these technical things, simplify them, and translate them into something that this person with a lack of technical background will understand. So it's a lot more complex than just graphs and charts and numbers and all that. It really requires a deeper analysis. And if you don't speak somebody's mental language, then you're running a huge risk of them not understanding. Very often people, when they don't understand, they don't ask. You just lose them. If they don't understand, they're not going to decide in your favor. Happy presenting.